Good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. Good morning and praise the Lord and welcome, welcome, happy new year, and welcome to another year of our Good Morning Grief devotion. It's your boy, Pastor Corey Allen Duncan Sr. I used to say your certified grief coach for 2023. Now I'm just your certified grief coach, period. God is going to do more in 2024. And so I'm here with you to navigate through this grief journey this year as well. Thank you for joining us, y'all. I'm so excited about round two and about this second opportunity God has given us to come together, to journey together through another year to help you to navigate through your grief. What is grief? Grief, my brothers and sisters, it is the natural and normal response to loss, change, and transition that results in the expressions of feelings and emotions. Grief is what you feel on the inside. Mourning is how it is expressed on the outside. Therefore, we don't suppress it, but we express it. We don't ignore it, but we explore it. We don't conceal it, but we reveal it. We don't lock it up, but we let it out. And that's why we shout good morning, because morning is a good thing. I want to thank y'all for joining us on today. I want to say welcome to 2024. It is the first day of this year, and I'm excited about having the opportunity to journey with you yet again. I love it, y'all, because small steps lead to great distances, and this community has been formed for us to be able to come together to navigate through our grief together. I'm excited about 2024 because we actually want to expand. We want to do some more things. We want to do some different things. We want to have opportunities to connect outside of this forum. And also, I want to hear your stories. And so, we're going to put something together where I get an opportunity to interview each and every one of you, where you get the opportunity to tell your story. It'll be like a lightweight podcast, right? As we talk about grief, as we talk about loss, as we talk about change, and as we talk about transition. It's going to be good, and I cannot wait. So I want to say welcome. I want to say good morning. I want to say thank you all for tuning in, y'allthebomb.com. Thank y'all for coming by. I'm looking at it's the it's the usuals. You man, y'allthebomb.com. I appreciate y'all. Make sure y'all like and share. Tag somebody in this post. If it's a blessing to you, it's going to be a blessing to them. So make sure that you don't be stingy and keep it to yourself, but share the love and share the wealth. Amen. Come on, without further ado, let's get started. Today's grief quote comes from Mark Williams, who says, "Now is the future you promised yourself last year, last month, and even last week. Now is the only moment you'll ever really have." Mindfulness is about waking up to this. Mindfulness is about waking up to this. Today is day one. Y'all, we're going to talk about now is the moment that you'll ever really have. Now is the moment that you will ever really have. Traditionally, New Year's Day is a day of reckoning. It's the one day each year that's culturally set aside for considering the year before and envisioning the year ahead. That's what we typically do on New Year's. We consider the year before. What do we say? We consider the year before. We envision the year ahead. We consider 2023, we are envisioning 2024, especially as it relates to grief. We look at our journey, we look at where we've been, we look at what happened, we look at what took place, we begin to assess where we are, and then we begin to assess where we headed. We consider the year before, we envision the year ahead. Where were you in 2023 as it relates to your grief, right? Where were you? If you were to track the journey, what would your journey look like? What would the ups and downs look like? Did you make any progress? We always say small steps lead to great distances, right? The devotion was to help you to take small steps on a daily basis that will help lead you to great distances. Did you make any progress on your journey along the way, right? Where are you now? Where are you headed? Typically, this is a day of reckoning, considering the year before, envisioning the year ahead. Well, that and watching football, right? Because that's what I'm going to do. I don't know about y'all. That's what I'm going to do. We watch football. In other words, today is supposed to be a planning day that a lot of people take the first day of the year. It's a planning day. They plan out the year. They make their vision boards. They begin to see what they want to do, where they want to go, what they want to achieve, what they want to happen, right? Even as it relates to grief, I want to encourage you, even that, right? You want to consider that, right? Consider where you've been, consider where you are, consider where you're headed, and what things you need to put in place to help you to get there. This is so very important, y'all. This is a part of the process. We don't ignore it, but we explore it. We don't conceal it, but we reveal it. We don't lock it up, but we let it out, right? So we don't suppress it, but we express it. And so, even as it relates to grief, right, this is a part of that planning. Where was I? Where am I? Where am I headed, right? Where what? Look at your growth, right? Look at your track your progress. You know, see if you have made steps, right? Maybe you don't went all the way backwards, right? Maybe you done made some steps forward. But it's good for you to navigate through that process. And now watch all of that I said and watch this. But what Mark Williams is saying in the quote above is that projecting the future and living mindfully today can be at odds with each other. That a lot of times projecting where I am and where I am headed, they can be at odds with each other, right? Because where I am now is not where ultimately I want to be or where I'm going to be. So a lot of times they can be at odds with each other. If we spend too much time and energy making promises to ourselves about next week, next month, and next year, here it is, we're not fully living this moment. Sometimes we can be so much into the future that we neglect the present. Sometimes we can be so attached to what's next that we neglect what's now. Y'all hear me? That sometimes we can be so focused on, the year and the month and the weeks ahead that y'all we neglect this moment. We negate this moment, that we forsake this moment, that we rob this moment of our full time and energy and attention, right? Nothing wrong with planning, nothing wrong with doing that. You want to be able to do those type things, but you don't want to rob your now, right? Based on your next. You don't want to rob your now, this moment, this time, this opportunity. Don't rob it. Don't deprive it of the nutrients and the attention and the time that it needs, right? Trying to feed your next, right? So you got to be mindful. You got to be mindful of that. Check this out. I love it. This is good. Sometimes, if we spend too much time and energy making promises to ourselves about next week, next month, next year, we're not fully living this moment. So, today, here it is. Let's resolve to wake up to what's right in front of us. Ooh, I know y'all gonna play because I'm reading. I want to finish this book today. I'm reading, and I said I held off. I was so concerned last year. I said, man, people always talk about finish strong. I said, I want to finish well versus finishing strong, mentally, emotionally well. I wanted to make sure I was in a position. So a lot of stuff, strategic plan, and this, that, and the other. I just pushed pause on that. And I said, you know what? I'm gonna finish well versus finishing strong, and it's gonna be what it's gonna be. I didn't want to rob my now, trying to focus on my next, right? And even today, I'm going to read the book, but I don't want to rob my now, trying to focus on my next, right? And so, what are we going to do? Here it is. So, today, let's resolve to wake up to what's right in front of us. What is right in front of you on today? What is right in front of you on today? I know you making plans. I know you trying to make it do what it do. I know you're gonna about to get more in 2024. You doing all of that, right? And I know you got your traditions, you got all of these things that you're gonna do. I ain't mad at you. But what's right in front of us now? Let's savor each moment of football, each moment of family time, each moment of feasting, each moment of relaxation, or whatever the day brings, whatever this day may bring. Here it is. At least for today, let's worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow. I love that. At least for today, y'all. Let's worry about tomorrow. Tomorrow. Here it is. Here's the final thought. Now is the only moment I'll ever really have. I am mindful of this. Now is the only moment I'll ever really have. I am mindful of this. Oh, whew, that's good right there. Look, we're gonna journey. We're gonna journey through this year. We're gonna navigate through this year. We're gonna go through this year. We're gonna make sure that we are mindful of this year. We are mindful of where we are. We are mindful of our grief. We're just mindful of everything, right? But we're going to continue to take small steps. They're going to lead to great distances and help us to mourn in a meaningful way. And I can't wait to take this ride with you. If y'all got questions, drop them in the chat real quick. If y'all got questions, drop them in the chat. But y'all, we locked in for another year. We locked in for another year, y'all. We locked in for another year. And so I want you to be strategically intentional. I want you to be strategically intentional about showing up, about tuning in 8 a.m. every single day. Catch the replay. Because if you're dealing with loss, change, and transition, if you are dealing with grief, if you're dealing with mourning, whatever it may be, yo, we are showing up to help you to navigate through what you are going through. And so I need you to be here to get it. I need you to be here to get. I was telling the 7 o'clock devotion people. I was telling the 7 o'clock devotion people. If I told you to show up every single day at a certain time, and I'm gonna give you $100. If I told you I'm gonna give you $100, all you got to do is show up at this time and this place. I'm gonna give you $100. Y'all would make sure Y'all will make sure every single day y'all will be there. Y'all will make sure every single day you will show up so you can get that $100. Like, oh, I got to go over here. If you got to catch a ride, if you had to catch an Uber, you would do whatever you would have to do. If I said every single day, show up at 8, and from 8 to 8:15, you got to come between 8 and I'm gonna give you $100. The line will be out the door. Not only would the line be out the door, y'all would tell everybody. If I had an endless supply, y'all would tell everybody to show up to get this, right? Y'all, how much more valuable? I ain't got $100 to give you, but how much more valuable is the wisdom and the knowledge and the instruction, the direction, the tools, tips, techniques, and takeaways, everything that you're going to get to help you to navigate through your grief? How much more valuable is the words and the wisdom and the devotion that you're going to get that's going to help you to navigate through the roughest season of your life, right? I ain't got $100 to give you, but I do got some wisdom. I do have some devotion, right? I do got some tools, tips, techniques, and takeaways that's going to be beneficial to you and your life. And all I need you to do is show up and get it. This is worth more than money. You better tell them, Chrissy. Tell them it's worth more. It's worth more than money. Thank you for locking us in. Look, I'm locking y'all in again. You hear me? And so I want you to be intentional about showing up because I want you to be the best version of yourself. Heather Marie said, I still take that 100. I know that's right. I want you to be the best version of yourself. I want you to heal. I want you to I want you to be whole. And I want you to understand we're going to expand this beyond just the 8 o'clock coming together. There's some things that we want to do on a monthly basis. We want to create community, both virtual and in person, to help you to navigate through your grief. And so we are really building something very special that's going to be very intentional as it relates to grief. And yeah, we going to keep the ball rolling, but we're building something that's going to be very special, very powerful. And I'm super duper excited about it. Ooh, when I tell you I'm super duper excited about it, I'm super duper excited about it. And so Courtney said, now the folks I shared the link with before your analogy gonna think this is why. They gonna think it's why because what? Uh, why? Folks I shared the link with before your analogy gonna think this is why. Uh, I don't know. I ain't asking for no money or nothing. It's gonna be good, y'all. I'm telling you, it's gonna be so good. 2024, the year of more, is gonna be so good. It's gonna be so good. God has so much in store, and I'm super duper excited about it. I'm excited about your journey. I'm excited about your healing. I'm excited about you being the best version of yourself. I'm excited about what God, the $100, I got you. Oh, they gonna think I'm telling them to show up to get this 100. I got you. Um, so it's gonna be good. So y'all hang in there, show up every single day, 8 a.m. Look, if you can't show up at 8, just catch the replay. It's designed to help you, right? It's designed to help you, to benefit you, to bless you, to be a blessing to you. It's just 10, 15 minutes long. That's it. But it's going to help you to heal. It's going to help you to be a better version of yourself. We're going to have some other things attached to it. So I can't wait. Look, I love you with the love of the Lord. I hope you have a happy Monday, a happy new year. And we're off to a great start. So I'm looking forward to 2024. Love each and every one of you, each and every one of y'all, and I'm excited. So come on, let's go. Let's get ready to go. Let's get ready to grow. Let's be all that God desires for us to be. Let's go.